Hey there everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of ShaniSpeaksNow. I know, it's been a long time, and it's nobody's fault but mine. But I'm so glad that you all that are subscribing are back, and I promise this year is going to be a lot better year for me here on ShaniSpeaksNow and on YouTube. You know why? Because I've got a game plan. So, Happy New Year, because of course it's the first show I've had in the year, and no matter what time you're watching it, it is going to be in the month of January, which means we're still in a new month and we're still in a new year. So I'm so excited about what 2018 has to offer, and hopefully you all are too. And a lot of times within the month of December, and sometimes in the beginning months of January, everyone tries to reflect on the things that went great, reflect on the things that weren't so great, reflect on what they want to do better in the new year, or some of the things that they want to keep going. And of course, just like other people doing that, that's something that I always try to do for myself. So, in reflecting on the good, the bad, and the ugly of the year, I really had to think about, all right, Shani, what were some of the things that you did great this year? So, in 2017, some of the things that I was really excited about was obviously starting this YouTube show. It was something that I had been wanting to do for years, and finally, February of 2017, I was able to accomplish that. I also got a chance to do some workshops in real estate, which I had never done before. So that was also really exciting. I had more real estate sales in general. I was able to get more involved at my new church, which I was really excited about. I got a chance to travel more. And overall, I think that I had a pretty successful year. However, there were some things that I have to admit that I need to work on. So one of those things is I fell off on working out. I love working out, but sometimes I found myself just to be too tired. I also fell off on the one thing I was so excited to start, YouTube. I went strong from February to about summertime, and then it got a little rough from there. Some of the other things is I really didn't get a lot of rest and a lot of sleep like I needed, which in order for you to be creative, that's something that's really important. And I think that I also said yes a lot of times when I should have said no. Overall, I'm a pretty nice person. I try to be accommodating and flexible, but sometimes you can be a little too flexible to the detriment of your own self and your own things that you need to do. And that's kind of what happened with me towards the end of the year. So I really promised myself in this year that that's not what I wanted to do. I really wanted to be intentional. But I'm not about New Year's resolutions. I haven't been for years because I really feel that New Year's resolutions don't always work. A lot of times people set these high bars, these high goals. People are in the gym early in January, and then over time they fall off because you have so many things that you've stacked up against that you just can't keep up. So I was really praying about it and trying to figure out, all right, Shani, how can 2017 not follow me to 2018? How can 2018 be a lot better? And as I was praying, I kept on hearing this one word going from November to December and going into January. And the one word that God gave me was consistency. Consistency, just that one word. And I was like, all right, that might be my issue. A lot of times I start something, I go really hard at it, and then over time it falls off. And I really need to work on being consistent. And one of the things God said to me is if I can be consistent in all the things that He has me to do, from the little things to the big things, then eventually those things will cultivate themselves, and I won't feel like I'm trying to reach goals. I'm literally just creating better habits and just living life. So that's my one word for this year, is consistency. So the next thing is, how do I achieve that consistency? So in order for me to get to consistency, I figured that I really had to make some sort of plan. I definitely didn't want my year to go into being the same thing. So I realized that I really have to be intentional about what I do, who I do those things with, and how I lend my time. Because any time and any energy that I give away that I don't mean to is then depleted from me. And obviously that takes away from the things that I need to do to achieve the goals that I have. So while I'm still planning on being nice and still plan on saying yes sometimes, I just can't say yes all the time. So if I say no to you this year, I apologize in advance. Forgive me. Now, I'm the type of person, I love to listen to motivational podcasts. I love reading, different motivational things. And I also love listening to motivational sermons. And I was listening to one the other day by a pastor by the name of David Jeremiah, and he shared this concept about people chasing two things, a clock and a compass. The clock represents our time, so the meetings, the appointments, our schedule, the places that we quote unquote have to be. And our compass represents our purposes, our passions, the things that we really want to do that drive us. But we always have a conflict with clock and compass because a lot of times the things that we want to do don't fit into the time of the things we have to do. And sometimes we have to find that happy medium of figuring out what's not important, that we really need to focus on to keep that compass going, and the things that are important to keep within our time. And when I heard that, I was like, yes, that's my problem. I have all these great ideas. I have all these things I want to accomplish, but I don't always make the time to do them. I put other things into those time slots that really should be about moving forward on what I should be focusing on, either for me or for my purpose or for helping other people reach the things that they want to do. So now I'm not going to pretend that I have it all figured out. I mean, I know I'm a little bit of a genius, but not that much of a genius. So some of the tools I plan on using are one. Now, for the first time in a long time, I literally bought a calendar. I know, sounds archaic, but mine is cute. It has stickers, y'all. I know, it's the simple things. But literally, I was so excited because I started planning out my month of January, writing down different appointments and things that I feel I have coming up, putting stickers in those places, and something about writing the things that you need to do that really brings it to fruition. It kind of cements it for me. And even though I got an iPhone, I love my iPhone, and I put a lot of things in that calendar, it's a little bit different when you put it in the actual tangible calendar that you have to look at, you have to reach, you have to read, and I'm excited about that. And one of the things I actually do is in the mornings, I now look at my calendar, I put my hand on the day, and I just thank God for what He's gonna allow me to accomplish during that day. Now, another thing, which I haven't done yet, but I plan to, I at least have the board for it, is a vision board. I know, you know mine had to be pink. What can I say? It's blank right now, people, but don't worry. It'll have things on it in about a week or so. And vision boards are very practical, and I know there's people that have vision parties and all those sorts of things, and I know to some people it can seem cliche, but to be honest, vision boards are really excellent just to give you a tool that you can look at throughout the year to see what are the things that you want to see happen, what are the things that you want to accomplish, and that be that quick reminder. So those are two things that I plan on using. And another thing is getting back to working out. For me, that's everything. When I actually am working out, because I used to play sports all the time and I'm used to my body kind of being able to be physical, when I do that, everything just seems to flow. I get better rest, my skin looks better, I feel better about myself. So that's one of the things out of those three that I plan on doing this year to kind of work through that consistency. And then other than that, is really just taking it one day at a time. So for me, that's the plan. So now it's time to talk about you and what your plan is. So enough about me, how about you? What's your one word for 2018 gonna be? Do you have to work on being more patient? Do you have to work on setting better goals? Do you have to work on paying more attention to yourself? A lot of times we neglect ourselves and we're always doing for other people. I don't know what your one word is, but I really encourage you to really think about that one thing that you can do, that you can add to your daily routine, that you can make your habit for 2018 that can allow you to have the best year yet. Lord knows I plan on having one of the best years ever, and I want it to continue to get better and better from here on out. I'm thankful for everything that I've accomplished so far, thankful for everything that happened in 2017, but I'm really looking forward to what 2018 has to offer. And I also want to know what you plan on doing in 2018. So make sure you leave some comments below. Make sure that you send me your one word either in the comments below, or if you're not following me on social media, make sure you follow me on @ShaniSpeaksNow on Twitter or on Instagram. So hopefully something I've said today has helped you, has motivated you in some way. And if not, well, at least you just hung out with me for a little bit. I don't mind that either. But of course, I definitely do the show because one, it makes me feel great, but I hope that I can make other people feel great too with some of the things that I share and some of the things that I say. Well, that is it. I'm gonna stop talking your ear off, but this is just the beginning for me in 2018. So look forward to seeing me a lot more often, maybe not as often as you may think, but as often as my compass and my clock allows me to. But you know what? The motto hasn't changed, people. You know what that is. Always keep the faith and let the Lord fight your battles. Until next time, take care. It's January. We're having a party. We're having a party.